Alright, welcome back to Jim Bob's Gym Blog. This is going to be a story time, part 4. Of course, shot to some B-reel in Oceania, and we'll voice over it. So basically, the LAN died off, as ARC servers do. There's no transfer, so you had to keep on playing whatever the new server was, and people weren't going to do that because you never got to end game or finish your progression trying to keep up with population. So we got emails. They were going to shut down all the servers. Sound familiar? Survival Evolved players. And so you could contact them and request your server's details to host it privately, to make it your single player or make it your dedicated server. I did that so I could look at everybody's bases. Didn't even use cheats and broken. Jesus. I keep on forgetting on my personal hosted server that I could do things with commands that would give me access to things that are only limited for certain times or that can't be got anymore or what have you. That's not part of the story. So after they deleted all the servers, it was because of the new Skyward release. And they released the Skyward DLC. But of course, I had long since uninstalled the game, and when I reinstalled it, I could not figure out for the life of me how to get triple monitor to work. Like, the settings wouldn't change, and I thought I found the right INI again. I don't know. Because the field of view I use can't be got with a slider because of the 3 screens. I like to have peripheral vision that's not the way all the ARC videos on YouTube are. They use a crazy field of view, and it looks super ugly because they're doing it on their 1080 or 4K monitor or whatever, and it's ugly. And so I have 3 monitors, and it gives you proper peripheral vision without it being super ugly. And that's also why you can't see where I am in the map or the tame's health bars in any of the videos, because you only get the middle screen that's on the left and right screens. And so, yeah, I got frustrated with it. I couldn't get the field of view to stick. I think I might have ran around and ran into a wyvern nest, but even that wasn't. Yeah, I didn't play Skyward for the first couple of months. Not till like that 3rd month, and as usual with PixArk, a map only lasts a couple of months before all the people quit playing, whether they got raided and quit playing or just got tired of it, or a new server was released and everybody's playing the newer server. But with Skyward, they introduced being able to transfer servers. So it was worth it to be able to play again, because you could come to the newer server where the population is and harass them or what have you. And so since there was transfers, I decided to play again. But at that point, there was a multitude of servers again. Granted, this is just 90 days in, because they kept creating servers real fast, because you have like an influx of population, and they're like, oh, we'll create a new server because it's been a couple of weeks and we've got a lot of population on this server, and they keep on doing that, and it murders the, you know how it works. That's how they kill servers. And having wipes like Rust does not make it better, even though that's what they're going to try to do, and I wish they wouldn't. I mean, I gave a suggestion, but that's neither here nor there. So anyway, I finally figured out how to get the field of view to stick and can play on Skyward. Like I said, it's about 90 days in, at least. And when I get on, I see two dudes talking in Spanish, telling each other bye. And one of them is Camilla, the dude who would break into the base back in the land story 1 or 2 or something. And in the first part of the story, second part of the story, something. And so that guy was talking, telling his friend bye, and they logged off. And that was when I first logged back in again. And even though Skyward was out, I logged in on a land map. And so I instantly, jumped to it. Got my unicorn horn and my mole claw and magic, and was magic and bosses. And within 7 days, because of the 2x, I had got max level and had a full ascendant hotbar from killing the bosses over and over and over. And Camilo hadn't logged back in at all. A matter of fact, I hadn't even seen him since then. That just initial me logging in and seeing him tell his friend goodbye was the last time I had seen him, but it was enough to get me going. All right, let's grind this out real quick. And after rushing 90, I went to the latest Skyward map, and there were troubles on the Skyward map because people were still playing. There were decent numbers, but there was a tech mob. He was a Chinese feller from one of the tribes that was on Sky 2 or 3. His tribe was linked to, they had one of the devs where somebody who worked there played in their tribe. But that was a long time ago and back on Sky 2 or 3. But so this tech mob was left, and he would harass everybody. Like, whenever he got on, you'd know, because he'd go around the Dawn Isles killing every noob he could find. And noobs like to build on Dawn Isles and hang out on the Dawn Islands. And so they would just be screaming as he worked his way across the map, just in chat. Everybody mad. Bob, And so Tech Bob, he was pretty good, don't get me wrong. He had an Invisidrake, and he tried to do the dino tracker on me and follow me with his Invisidrake while invisible to try to locate my base. And I assume he did this to everybody else, and it paid off pretty well, because you'd hear screaming whenever Bob was getting to people. But I am no fool. I can see on the dial that I need to break the tracker, but I also can't do it just right now. I need to get a little bit of a lead and make it seem like maybe I'm pix blocking to go in my fake out home. And that's what I did, is a fake out and a break the tracker, and went on about it after ditching him. And that's not the only thing, but Bob and I came to a sort of agreement before he tried to stalk me, that is, anyway, because whenever I heard him on a Don's Island, I went and I sniped him a couple of times with my Ascendant sniper rifle. And if you've got the decent Ascendant sniper, you can take a tech guy 2 shots, no problem. Sometimes 1 shot. But if they spec'd out right, 2 shots. And so, yeah, I gained a bit of respect because I had gotten a decent hotbar and was ready to PvP Bob. And so yeah, that went on a good bit. Well, some people claim they've seen Tech Bob, but I haven't seen Tech Bob in many years, as I track people by Steam names, not just by their character name, because their character name may change over maps and different things. More than that, you track them by their Steam GUID rather than their name, because they can change the aliases and clear those and whatever, but you don't change the number. It's not how that works.